And you guys also worked a lot with the Hart Foundation.
Yep.
Bret and Jim.
Again, Bret Hart, consummate wrestler, animal. As far as Anvil goes, an animal. He just another 550-pound bencher, strong as he could be. It's like running into a fire hydrant. Not as polished as Bret, but oil and water. But that's what made him a good team.
Right. What was Ultimate Warrior like at the time?
Never got to know him.
No.
Kept to himself, very quiet, very intense, incredible physique, obviously. And he was a guy that Vince took and decided he was going to make a star that wasn't a great wrestler. Probably will never be a great wrestler, but was just good enough that his look and his charisma and the way he was promoted made a good package.
Okay, when you guys finally gave notice in the World Wrestling Federation, how was Vince with you guys in your final days?
It was kind of touchy there. The reason we gave notice was, number one, he had gave us X amount of dollars that we had made the year before, and he said, I'm going to make more than that. It's no problem. But he didn't quote us, okay, you'll make this. He just said, I guarantee you'll make more than you made last year. Well, at this point in time, we were 6 months into the fiscal year. We were $50,000 behind that. So this was before I had completely just cracked up and was going to leave one way or the other. So we just said, listen, here's what you told us. Here's where we are financially. Either catch us up or let us go. He said, well, let me think about this. And he was sitting there putting on his shoes to go work out. Well, he didn't go to the gym. And for Vince not to go to the gym, let us know that it meant something to him. Because every day at TV, he would get his business dealings done. Then in the afternoon, he'd go work out. So he stayed there, and he said, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you at the next TV. And at that point in time, we did TV, I believe, every 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
He thought about it. He came in. He said, I've thought about this, guys. If you want to go, I'll give you a release. Just give me a 90-day notice. So we said, fine. We'd already put the deal together with WCW anyway. So he was good about it. We started working our 90-day notice. He didn't mistreat us. We were on the Saturday Night Main Event, which I think we talked about, those matches with the Rockers, which was a privilege and a hell of a payoff at that point in time. Because you got paid from NBC and you got paid from Vince. It was a double payoff. So normally he would have took us off that because we're leaving, but he let us stay on there. And actually my money went up. It was incredible. Usually in those days when you're on your way out, your money went down. My money went up. And I think Vince is so smart. He was letting me know, you're making a mistake by leaving here. You know, look what it could be.
Right.
Because it almost doubled. And I ended up having the biggest year I'd had in the business by far. And makes you think. You know, I was thinking, I said, I know I'm doing the right thing. I'm going home to be with my son and my wife, but potential to make some money up here.
Right.
So he treated us well. He did.
How different was WCW under Turner's ownership when you returned?
Totally corporate. Now it wasn't wrestling people running it. Jim Hurd was the boss.
Right.
Jim Hurd didn't know anything about wrestling. Thought he did. Thought he had a concept. He was just a fan that thought that he could run a wrestling company. And he was just a casual fan. He didn't know the inner workings. And I firmly believe this, to be on
We were just talking about how different WCW was with Ted Turner.
Jim Hurd.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about Jim Hurd.
Oh, okay. I think you can be a suit from IBM or anywhere else and come in and do the business dealings. But to be able to assess hypothetically what a wrestler's worth, where he should be used, you got to have a background in wrestling. I'm sorry, to be the hands-on guy, not the business guy, the money guy. And you have to, as the money guy, you have to have someone advise you. You know, because you can't look at a guy because he's got a tremendous physique and say, this guy's worth this much. You've got to know his background, what his drawing potential is. Is he a good businessman? Is he reliable? Is he durable? Is he going to be able to work 200 days a year for you, and beat his body up and still be at work? Jim Hurd couldn't assess that. He wasn't qualified. So the company never took a step forward under his leadership.
What was the locker room like? Was it different from when you returned?
It was the inmates running the asylum.
Still is today, sort of.
Never before like it was then.
Right.
The guys did what they want to. You know, there was a core of guys. Because let's face it, and as bad as that sounds, they knew a hell of a lot more than the guy that was running the place. So why not? The guy was an idiot.
Right.
That's all I could tell you. Jim Hurd was an idiot.
Now, when you came back, you did the surprise angle where you came in with Rick, and I guess you feuded with Buzz Sawyer and Muda.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
Like I said, Buzz, it was like being in a bar fight every night. And I don't know if Buzz didn't like me, if Buzz didn't like anybody, but he was just especially mean and especially tough. And Buzz was badass. He was one of those real badasses of the era. And we got into some pretty serious scrapes. And Muda was as polished as anybody. I mean,
Right.
Muda was great. And it was, I did not enjoy the matches. Let's just put it that way. Number one, I was cast in the wrong role. I was a good guy, hugely miscast, and fish out of water. Thank God it was short-lived.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.